Hi all, I'm Yunus. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss briefly about AWS Wavelength Zone. You have heard about AWS regions, availability zones, edge locations, local zones. Now let's understand what is Wavelength Zone. AWS Wavelength Zone is very closely linked with the Telecom 5G technology and Telecom 5G applications. So it is mandatory to talk about 5G. You know that the 5G networks across the world are paving way for new interactive and immersive applications such as machine learning assisted diagnostics for healthcare, connected vehicles, autonomous cars, smart factories, real-time gaming, augmented reality, virtual reality related applications, interactive live video streams, etc. All these applications are very sensitive to latency or delays. So it is mandatory to take steps to reduce latencies. One interesting fact is that many of these 5G applications are running inside the servers in AWS cloud. Now, the distance between the 5G network and the AWS cloud data center actually adds to some delay, even if it is in milliseconds or microseconds. And you know that 5G network is everywhere, but AWS data centers are there only in selected cities. So it is possible that in many places, the distance between the 5G network edge and the AWS cloud data center will be considerable, equivalent to tens of milliseconds. So what is the solution to this? The solution to this problem is AWS Wavelength Zone. What AWS has done is they are extending their data center infrastructure into the 5G network of the telcos. So in other words, AWS will set up its infrastructure inside the telco's data center, which is actually part of that 5G network. And you can install the required applications. The 5G applications are in or any other supporting services. You can install on the servers which are installed inside the telco's 5G network data centers. So the end users traffic, people like you and me, when I play a game, that traffic generated by my mobile phone, it doesn't need to leave the 5G network of my telco. That actually reduces the latency by tens of milliseconds. Saving tens of milliseconds is very important. So AWS Wavelength enables developers to develop new ultra low latency applications and games for the mobile users and end users. Wavelength deploys standard compute and storage services to the edge of telcos 5G networks. You can extend your VPC to the Wavelength Zone. You can then launch AWS resources such as EC2 instances inside the Wavelength Zone, and you can deploy the 5G applications on that EC2 instances. In India, they are yet to establish any Wavelength Zone as of May 2023, but I'm sure Wavelength Zones will be established in India as well soon. So with this, we'll close this video. I'll be back with other useful videos soon. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Bye.